Christ is risen, is truly risen. Welcome, all of you, on the Easter morning. We arrive after long Lent to this feast, the biggest feast of Christianity. In the beginning, we will proclaim the gospel of the day. So the passage which we will proclaim during the masses celebrated on the day, not the one of the vigil. This passage from the Gospel according to John. It was early on the first day of the week and still dark when Mary of Magdala came to the tomb. She saw that the stone had been moved away from the tomb and came running to Simon Peter and the other disciple, the one Jesus loved. "They have taken the Lord out of the tomb," she said, "and we don't know where they have put him." So Peter set out with the other disciple to go to the tomb. They ran together. But the other disciple, running faster than Peter, reached the tomb first. He bent down and saw the linen clothes lying on the ground, but did not go in. Simon Peter, who was following, now came up, went right into the tomb, saw the linen clothes on the ground, and also the cloth that had been over his head. This was not with the linen clothes, but rolled up in a place by itself. Then the other disciple, who had reached the tomb first, also went in. He saw and he believed. Till this moment they had failed to understand the teaching of Scripture that he must rise from the dead. The Gospel of the Lord. Very good, brothers and sisters. So this celebration, this most important celebration in the Catholic Church, because our faith is based on that historical event. That Jesus Christ, the one whom they called Master and Friend, had been sentenced to death, tortured, then was crucified, was buried. So it seems that everything was over, and now there is hope. There is hope because if he's alive, everything has a meaning. If he's alive, there's possibility to speak to him again. Imagine the situation of Peter, the one who betrayed, who will be crying bitterly because of fear. He betrayed the master and friend. And then he heard from Mary of Magdala that the tomb is empty. And yes, the empty tomb by itself is not a proof of resurrection. Empty tomb is just an empty tomb. But there is hope. Because if he's alive. So hopefully, this hope is in our heart, that there is an attitude of in us, as it was in Peter and the other disciple, the one Jesus loved, that we are running to check it. Running to check it, if that's true. That I can reconcile, I can maybe really to have once again the encounter with him. And as in the Lent, these 40 days of Lent were given us to convince us about our weaknesses, that we are weak. And so the situation of the world with the coronavirus crisis, show us how how fragile human life is. How many people, live in fear, in anxiety, that uncertainty, what's gonna happen, how long that's gonna last. We have these 40 days of experience, how weak we are. And hopefully now in the 50 days of Easter season, we will have the experience of the power of God. The one who even from death can bring life. So in our personal life, the places which are dark, the places which are in their pain, the situation of death, that the Lord can come and give us life. So we can run. Let us run to see the place where Jesus is and discovering that He's alive. And as I started this meeting today, I said the Christ is risen, truly risen. It was this beautiful greeting. Maybe we don't use it as much today, but in this Easter season, to greet each other with that. Christ is risen. And the response, risen indeed, or truly risen. Because from this, everything starts, from hope. And then there is the meeting, because He truly is risen. Have a wonderful Sunday. God bless you.